Exponents are used as a shortcut for multiplication and division. Let's focus first on the meaning of an exponential expression, because if you understand what they mean, you can figure out how to work with them from there. X to the fifth power means x times x times x times x times x. The 5 refers to the fact that there are 5 x's multiplied together. So for example, y to the 11th power means 11 y's multiplied together. Let's think about how to multiply two expressions like this together. X to the third times x to the fifth. If we simply write out the meaning of what we have here, we'll see how it works. We have x to the third, and then another times sign, and then x to the fifth. So the total number of x's that there are multiplied together is 8, which means we have x to the 8th. Let's look at one more example like that. Z to the 4th times z. Again, let's write out the meaning of what we've got. We have z to the 4th, and then there's one more z. So altogether, we have z to the 5th. So a simple shortcut for doing multiplication is that you simply add the exponents. So here's our rule for multiplying. X to the power of a times x to the power of b equals x to the a plus b. Now let's take a look at division. Here we have x to the 6th divided by x to the 4th. Once again, let's write out the full meaning of what we have here. We have 6 x's multiplied together over 4 x's multiplied together. The simplest way to make this smaller is to cancel from top to bottom. An x with an x, an x with an x, and so on. And you can see that what we're left with is just 2 x's on the top, which we can call x squared. Let's look at another example like that. Y to the 5th divided by y. Once again, we'll write out the full meaning. And then let's do whatever canceling we can. We can only do one y with one y. So the exponent shortcut to describe what we have left is y to the 4th power. You can sum this up by saying that if you subtract the bottom exponent from the top exponent, that gives you the exponent of the answer. 6 minus 4 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. Let's summarize our division rule. X to the a divided by x to the b is x to the a minus b. If we do this division problem according to the rule we just established, an interesting thing happens. 2 minus 6 is a negative number, so it seems as though our answer should be x to the negative 4. Let's look a little more closely at what a negative exponent actually means by doing out our same problem in detail. X squared over x to the 6th would look like this. And as we've done before, we can cancel some of the x's. So we're left with x to the 4th, but our x to the 4th is in the denominator. So apparently x to the negative 4 means 1 over x to the 4th power, because these two things have to equal the same amount. Let's summarize that as a rule. X to the negative a means 1 over x to the a. Here's one more division problem that has an interesting answer. Z to the 4th divided by z to the 4th. If we apply our rule of subtracting the exponents, it seems as though the answer should be z to the 0. Let's explore that in a little more detail and see if it makes sense. Let's write out z to the 4th over z to the 4th in full. And then we'll do some canceling. Everything has canceled out. So what that means we have as an answer is 1. Therefore, anything to the 0 power equals 1, because the 0 means that all the things canceled out. So there's our final rule for this video. X to the 0 equals 1.